Ever feel like your to-do list is running your life? Like no matter how hard you try, there's just not enough time to get everything done that you're trying to do. If this sounds like you, it's time to try time blocking. It's a simple yet powerful system for you to stay focused and take control of your day-to-day. And today I'll show you exactly how to get started. A little bit about myself. I'm Juan Diego Roque. I'm a video director and creative strategist with over 10 years of experience running my own video production business. From directing high-end productions to designing systems that enhance creativity and productivity, I focus on helping others stay consistent and achieve real results. Instead of working off a long, overwhelming to-do list, you instead block off time for each task you want to accomplish for that day. Think of it as like making an appointment for yourself to get something done. This method really works because it forces you to focus on one task at a time instead of maybe jumping around different ones or not even realizing how long it could possibly take for one of your tasks to get done. Every task varies depending on complexity, so time blocking really helps you figure out how long you should take in a task or whether or not you have to continue it the next day and next day, etc. And here's why time blocking is so effective. One, it creates structure. Instead of wondering what you're doing next, you already have it blocked off on your schedule. Two, it eliminates distractions. You know when you block off time to get that task done, you're fully committed to it. You blocked off time just for you and this task to get done. And three, it builds momentum because finishing one task or finishing one block of time motivates you to move on to the next thing. And getting started with time blocking is pretty easy. Here's a simple 4-step process. Step 1 would be identifying your priorities. So you should figure out where you want to do this, but list out your goals and tasks, and then categorize them between work, personal, and creative. For me, I use Apple Notes to list out my tasks and keep track of things. Step 2 would be estimating how long each task would take. For me, you have to decide how much time you want to dedicate to the task and try to really understand how long it will take to get that task done, whether it could get done in one day or you have to push it to another day to ensure maybe that same day you get something else done. Now, step 3 would be to block off time for the task. So open up a digital calendar like Google Calendar or a planner and start assigning time blocks for the tasks. So if it's like responding to emails, in the event title, you could put 9A emails and set up a time maybe for an hour to review emails and respond. If you don't have a lot of emails, then guess what? You're spending about a 30-minute block on that and you can move on to the next thing. I think it's important to decide on the important tasks that you know you want to focus in on for a couple hours and the meaningful ones. So if you're like responding to emails, just know at the top of your dome that you're going to do that for roughly 30 minutes. But if you're going to maybe be writing or editing a project, knowing that you're going to spend a span of 3 hours to 6 hours on something, that's really when you want a time block and put in the calendar, maybe 3 p to 8 p.m., you're going to be doing that. What I do is label the event title on the start time. So my event title would be 3 p writing. And then the event timing would be set up for 3 to 8 p.m., knowing that that's the block of time that I want to designate to write. Once you schedule your important tasks and goals and estimate how much time these different things would take, really step 4 is to stick to the schedule. Treat your schedule like non-negotiable appointments. If something comes up or interrupts, just nudge the event over, but never just forget that it has to get done. Here's some extra tips to make time blocking really work for you too. Add some buffer time, so between the tasks, make sure you're not just going from one thing to the other and scheduling tasks so close together. Give yourself a gap of 30 minutes or an hour, depending how long you've been working at the task. You know that you need a break, you need to take a walk or something, give yourself that buffer to relieve the workload from what you just accomplished. I would also color code your tasks so you can know exactly what's going on in your calendar when you're looking overhead. For example, when I'm on the computer doing emails or editing, I actually use a lavender color label on Google Calendar so I know in my week or even in the month entirely how much time I'm spending behind the computer editing, emailing, and doing things relating to the computer. When you color label things, you could better tell how your time is being used, whether it's too much at the station here or maybe it's too much time in the personal doing laundry and random things. It's really good to understand what kind of work you're accomplishing. Another tip is to review your schedule daily. I spend at least 5 to 10 minutes just reviewing my schedule, blocking time off for the tasks that I know need to get done, and then I'm up and up ready for the week. It really just takes a small window of time to do that, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and then you're already ahead of the game. And remember, this is your schedule. It's supposed to help you out, not stress you out. So adjust as needed, but stay consistent. My productivity system includes time blocking as a key element. It's all about creating a rhythm for your week. I dive deeper in this in my book where I show you how to build a schedule that works with your life. Time blocking is the simplest way to create a weekly rhythm boost your productivity, and keep you focused. Start small, block off a few hours tomorrow, and just see how much it changes your day. Take back control of your time, create a weekly rhythm, and start building a life that works for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more tips on living a productive life.